That journey entered my contemplation some 2.5 years ago as colleagues and members of the leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party had started to engage me about what they considered to be, my continued contribution to the country. Of course, at the time, I had no interest because for me, it could not be a rebound. It could not be a knee-jerk reaction because I was going independent. It had to be something that I was convinced of that would go basically to the very fundamental belief I have shared as someone who has been in the PNP from when I was born. And so for me, I had to then look at why I was a comrade to begin with. Why was I a member of the People's National Party? And then I had to look at where I am now in that context and whether or not the cause to which I was committed still existed. I kept coming up with the same answer: no. I'm sure you can agree with me that the PNP of old does not exist today, and there's no sign of it returning, unfortunately. And so even as I thought about it, I found something strange. It was not an agonizing process, and that bothered me, because then it said to me that something had been fundamentally wrong. And so even
And what have you identified as that fundamental thing that has gone wrong with the PNP?
Well, I believe that the minute you shift from your core principles, the minute you abandon who you truly are or how you came about, then that goes to your soul. It goes to your root. And once you are killing the root, then you're actually killing the tree. And so that is what has happened to the People's National Party. And with the ascendancy of the Mark Golding factor, you saw an almost complete erosion. One can only pray, because Jamaica does need a viable opposition. So one can only pray that at some point, some semblance of stability will return to a movement that has existed for over 84 years. But certainly from where I see it, having looked at it every side possible, I did not see the PNP as the vehicle that is truly now in a place where it is considering Jamaica first, Jamaica second, Jamaica third. I then had to evaluate what was happening in the JLP. A common term you hear from comrades all the time, Andrew Holness is using the PNP's Michael Manley's playbook. And that made me stop to think, because I used to repeat it too. And if I, as someone who has been a believer of the principles of Michael Manley, and I agree with those who say that we see so much of what he would applaud today, then certainly it shouldn't come as a surprise that I was taking interest in the programs and the principles and direction of the Jamaica Labour Party under Andrew Holness. And so it made my decision that much more easier. But 1 month ago, I sat down seriously after having a conversation with a senior member of the Jamaica Labour Party. And I said to him, something just hit me, that every time I raise my fist and say, land of my birth, I pledge to be loyal and faithful, true to thee, which is part of the PNP's anthem. I was saying, Jamaica, I pledge to you, right, to be loyal and faithful. So it never said land of my party. It said land of my birth. And so for that, I believe I owe a duty to country, to go where I believe the best interest of the country lies and is being served. I'm about a better Jamaica. Andrew Holness understands that. He has the passion for a better Jamaica. I want to be a part of that prosperous and progressive team that will see Jamaica to realize true prosperity and dignity for our people. So that is the underpinning of my decision. And I am committed to ensuring that I give my services by going into the byways and edges to help to build an organization that Jamaicans can truly come to love and trust as the organization of the people of Jamaica.
Should we expect you to contest the Papini division on behalf of the Labour Party?
No, I've already indicated that I do not hold that interest at this time. Certainly, I will assist on the ground because I believe in the cause, and I would like to be able to see Papini division go to the Jamaica Labour Party, and it will. I assure you it will. The reality is that the consciousness of the people are awakened to the fact that progress is here and prosperity awaits them, and they too will be on board. Some of them have already indicated to me that, Councillor, we are with you. And so I say to them, no, don't be with me. Be with yourselves and the country. Look at it for yourself. Understand what is before you and who is serving you and the interests of Jamaica. I think they're seeing that, and their actions will follow on election day.